Tellemtribe Tarot, daily readings for my tribe. Subscribe to my channel.
Peace, I am Cherokee with Tellemtribe Tarot, and I'm coming to you with another love reading. This one is going to be for my Geminis. Geminis, how you been? How you doing? It's the weekend. I hope you got big plans. I know some of you are homebodies, so you ain't going nowhere, but you thought about it though. If it's nice and sunny outside, you can go take a walk in nature. Harness your Empress energy. Pick a flower and smell it, or let it just leave it alone and smell it to admire its beauty and naturistic scent. Just go out and enjoy nature. You don't even have to spend no money to do it. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't in this love reading. It's a general reading, so if you'd like to book a personal reading, the link is in the description box. Tellemtribetarot.com is my website. Share the video to share the wealth. Turn on post notifications to be notified when I make a post. Click like to show some love to the video. Share the video to share the wealth. Subscribe to my channel. And let's get into your reading. Oh, and drop a comment to say hello to a goddess, because you know I love it when you say hello. Don't be rude. All right, so Gemini, let's see. So someone is contemplating once again if they should stay with their partner. So we're going to take a look into what you got going on and see if you should stay, you should go. Of course, the decision is ultimately going to be yours. So we're just going to show you what it looks like based on the decisions that you may make. What's the probability or the possibility of making one decision versus the next? So Gemini, if what would life be like with your future partner if you stay with the Three of Wands? It's showing that you would be energetically, I feel like energetically you'd be in a undecided place, because you are still expecting things to fix themselves when you have to take the initiative to make sure that you're doing your part. So I feel like you'd be in a space of trying to collaborate with your partner to make sure that you're on the same page, putting in the energy to try to make sure that you're on the same page, but at the same time expecting your partner to take on that energetic responsibility. So there is an unrealistic expectation here, especially if the person that you're with wasn't doing that to begin with. Your future with yourself, if you stay, you are going to be annoyed. The Five of Cups says it right here. You'll be annoyed, you know, because you're not getting what you want with this person. This is a person that you're asking for results and you're not getting the results that you're looking for. It could be that this person is set in their ways. It could be that you're set in your ways as well, and this is just a comfortable relationship for you, but you are comfortable being unhappy, and that is a vibrational frequency that is extremely low. And then a lot of times you may be finding yourself asking yourself questions that you already know the answers to, trying to figure out, why is it that I'm so sad? Why am I so depressed? Why are my friends and relationships looking so happy and I'm just out here like... And then I feel like some of you be breaking up with this person and then y'all get back together again, and when you tell your friends that y'all broke up and y'all good and y'all done, you feel remorseful. Your friends be like, I know you going back to her, or I know you going back to him. You go back to him, and then you're in this Five of Cups energy. I feel like a lot of you are missing your old self with this Five of Cups energy. You were once a vibrant, vivacious person, and you may still have spurts and connections with this person that you used to be, but by staying in a relationship, you'll be mourning the loss of the person that you used to be, and that's why you keep trying to get this person to be something that they're not. So you're in a relationship right now with somebody that you are trying to change, and it sucks because you can't change nobody. You cannot change DNA. It's just either they with it or they're not, and this person may be trying to change you as well. And I feel like that's why somebody's just waiting on the other person to take initiative, and then you in the future is just like, damn, I'm really sitting in this connection and I'm not getting what I want out of it. But what you're going to have to do is take some initiative, right? So now the relationship that you'd have with your partner if you left the connection would be the the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you would not necessarily have much of a relationship with your partner. You'd actually be happier. You'd be moving on to the next. I see like you'd be moving on rather quickly. I feel like you'd be moving on from this relationship and jumping right into another one with someone who you wanted from the get-go. So I feel like some of you may be with someone that you are juggling on the side. And I feel like now that this is coming to light, you're trying to decide between the person that you're with because you're not happy with them to see what life would be like if you let them go, and you'd be jumping right into the arms of somebody else. So Gemini, you over here playing the field and you asking who should you choose. That's your choice. You know that, right? But obviously, if you're in a relationship that's causing you to mourn the loss of who you were and it has you stepping out and doing you, you might as well just let the current situation go, because you don't want to be in the center of a situation that you caused an uproar by being dishonest about where you at, who you with, where you going. You know what I'm saying? This person already has trust issues with you already. But I feel like you just miss what you used to have with this person, and I feel like you look for what you were missing with this new person. And I feel like this new person gives you a sense of community, of a sense of belonging. This person takes you out, they show you off. You're not always home. You're not always like Netflixing and chilling. This person has a lot going for themselves. They're business oriented, they're business minded. And then the person that you're with, they're just like a procrastinator. They used to be more goal oriented, but I feel like when they got with you, like you made them feel so comfortable. You may have even started taking care of them, and they lost themselves of their sense of self. And then you got comfortable too because you allowed it. You enjoy taking care. This is an energy of a Gemini that just enjoys taking care of who they're with, especially when you're happy with them. And that's how you were at first. But now you're looking for the first opportunity to beeline out of this thing. And I feel like you have stepped out on this connection. Now, if you leave this connection, I feel like you'd be focusing full time on taking care of your business. I feel like you want to be able to build a legacy for yourself and your family that you can rely on, and you don't see yourself doing that with this person. I feel like you'd be building with this new person. I feel like you may even become with child with this new person. For some of you, you may have gotten pregnant by the person that you stepped out on this person with. I think I said that right. Earth energy is here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy is here all over this thing. So you may be with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and the person that you're stepping out on them with is a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. But I feel like it's just it's a lot. It's a lot, Gemini, because you want to build a family with the person that you're with, and you also want to build a family with the person that you're stepping out on them with. And I feel like some of you don't even know if you're with child. You don't know who the father is, or if you've or you may have gotten someone pregnant and you didn't tell your current partner, and you feel messed up because you love the person that you're with. You just maybe had like a weak moment with the new person because the person that you're with was very indecisive, and this puts you in this position of feeling as if you cannot sustain being who you are, which is not an excuse to do what you've done, but here you are. You can't cry over spilled milk. Oh, this took a left turn. Because I feel like if you moved on, you'd be happier. If you stayed, you'd be unhappy. You'd be juggling your thoughts. But there's a possibility if you are with child, if I'm speaking to a female querent, you will be in a really tough spot, because now you're going to have to figure out who this child belongs to that you're with child with. And if the shoe is on the other foot and it's a male and you got someone pregnant outside of your connection, you got to figure out if they're really pregnant by you. And I feel like they be maybe holding that against you, or holding that over your head, like I'm gonna tell, and you don't even know if it's your child. So it's like, I feel like you know what you need to do. The obvious answer is to give yourself some space away from both persons and do what you need to do to figure out this paternity situation. But you want to build legacy. You wanted to build a family. You wanted to start a family, but you might not be starting a family with the person that you really wanted to start a family with. Damn, that's tough. What you should consider is building a better relationship with yourself. What you should consider is the opportunity that you have here to be completely transparent with all who is involved with the Ace of Cups energy. Just because you may have dug yourself into a rut, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're stuck. I'm like, you're never stuck. It's always a way out, but you shouldn't be looking for a way out just because it got hard. If you chose to be in this relationship, you have to fight through the difficulty unless it's an unhealthy, toxic relationship that is life-threatening. And I don't see where it's life-threatening per se. Yeah, you have your dull moments, you know what I'm saying? This new person, they're not as eccentric as your current person, but you may have messed around and got pregnant by them, and they are able to financially support you, and this person that you're with currently may not be. But regardless of what the benefits are between the two people, you have to keep an open mind and an open mouth. And I don't mean that in a sexual way. I mean, you need to speak up and say what's happening, and do it with a mediator if you are, if you're afraid, because everything that you have is right in front of you. Everything that you need is right in front of you. You're asking these questions because you want someone else to make the decision for you, because it's difficult. You might have really dug yourself into a hole, but at the same time, the hole is shallow. So give yourself the opportunity to heal from the situation properly by being honest with who you're with. Let the person know that, hey, look, when I first got with you, you used to be so motivated. You used to be someone that, you had an idea, you stepped out on it, you stepped out in faith. I feel like you got really comfortable with me. I see myself being with someone who is more of a boss, someone who takes initiative. I want to build a family with someone who's more goal oriented, and that's who I thought you were. And then for that reason, I kind of stepped out. We've been doing this thing back and forth for a minute. I feel like you got really comfortable with me. I don't want to be living my life in the future mourning the loss of who you used to be or what we were. I want to be happy. Be open about that. And then this new person that you dragged into the situation, you may see a future with them as well. However, you need to make it known that, hey, I want to stick with the person that I'm with, but I might be pregnant for you. So let's take a paternity test. You gotta keep everyone involved up to date on what your mindset is. That's what you have to do. You have the opportunity to be open and honest and truthful, empathetic, and showing empathy, and also taking responsibility for where you are and accepting what is, and using your intellectual and intuitive sense to make the best decisions going forward. But this is what the life would look like if you decide to move onward. If you do move onward with the new person, it's going to be a dope ass life. But at the same time, there's going to be dull moments, just as there was with the current person. Do you want to keep hopping to different people just because it gets bored for a little while, or just because someone gets uninspired? There may be deeper rooted issues, but leaving a connection just because it gets a little bit difficult, when in actuality you do want to build legacy with either one of these people, you have to take responsibility for why it is that you keep on considering jumping from connection to connection when it gets tough, or when it gets boring, or when someone does something that you don't like, and you think that the solution is to just cross them off the books and start something new. Because look, you dug yourself into yet another fucked up scenario, which is an easy fix with a conversation. Not easy as 1, 2, 3, because you might be with child or they might be with child, but the conversation will plant the seed for change, and that will help you to decide what you want to do anyway. All right, so I hope this message resonates. If it did, click like, subscribe, share the video, and until we talk again, Gemini, love and light, tribe.